Hello and welcome to another episode of Stuck in a Meteor Shower, the podcast that takes you on a journey to answer those deep and burning cosmic conundrums. I am your host, BJ6.9, aka Brenton, and this is my co-host, the artist formerly known as Space Chadman. Say hello, Matthew.
Hi.
Yeah, look, you don't get out of being Space Chadman until we find something else to call you.
Oh, really? Like, what about my name?
I mean, I call you Matthew, but like you're Space Chadman for everyone at home. They're not just going to call you Matthew. That's too personal.
You're right. Gotta keep it professional in the workspace.
Yeah. Today's topic is superpowers. It's a superpowered episode about all things powerfully super. And if you could choose any superpower, what would it be and what would you use it for? Would you use it to help the world at large or for other more nefarious purposes? Make sure to comment and let us know. As always, if anyone listening has any thoughts or ideas for topics you want discussed, make sure to drop a comment and let us know what's on your mind as you soup up those knees. Still not saying the naughty words, Liam.
Bad words.
No bad words. On a late autumn's eve. So strap yourselves in as we set off on another misadventure amongst the stars to answer those nagging and sometimes underpants on the outside wearing shower thoughts. I'm going to turn myself down because I think I am peaking right now. Sorry for people at home.
You're doing okay. You're doing fine.
So, Matthew, dearest, my good Chad man.
Are we ready to lift off?
Oh, yeah, we'll get a lift off. Shit. I nearly
Gotta
forgot the
strap
best
yourself in.
part.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Did we pogo off just then?
Yep.
We're spring powered this week.
With spring power this week, we ran out of fuel, so we have to be safe.
Well, yeah, the price of fuel has gone down, but it's still
It has
not
gone
great.
down.
It's not.
But
Oh no,
it's
it's gone
still
back up,
expensive.
but it's not $2.40 a liter.
No.
Thank God.
What we should have done. It's called good old Johnny across the road who has super strength because he's basic as hell.
Basic Johnny.
Basic Johnny got super strength.
When did Johnny get super strength?
Johnny's always had super strength.
What?
He's the one that puts us back together every time we crash.
Ah, Johnny. Look, I never remember Johnny's name because I'm too busy trying to put myself back together.
Oh yeah. I just split morph, remember?
But superpowers. Have you ever thought about this topic, Matthew?
I feel like everyone hit a point in their life where they were like, "Oh my god, I really want to be like this person in this movie and have these powers." I think everyone at some point was like, "Hell yeah, I want to be Superman," or "Hell yeah, I want to be like the Green Lantern."
See,
or like, "Hell yeah, I want to be the Flash."
I'm so glad that you brought up Superman because Superman is my least favorite superhero out of everybody. Superman is
basic.
bullshit. Yeah, he's basic as fuck. There's no point to Superman. Every Superman thing that's ever written, the plot is just Superman is real. How can we take his powers away so that he doesn't automatically win and then give his powers back? That's the entire thing.
Actually, I think I was talking about this where it was like, I think it was with someone that was like, "Oh my god, Superman just died. It's really upsetting how, like, this is the end." I'm like, he's died like 18 times, all right? They just bring him back somehow. Like, a new variation comes from a portal, or like he gets some life serum, comes back to life, or like, he's like, "Oh, I was never dead. I was all employed by the government." You can't kill him.
No.
For no reason.
You can't kill Superman because Superman's boring.
Yeah, basic.
Basic Superman.
But it's just that he's got flight, he's got super strength, he's got laser vision, and that's it. That's his arsenal. I mean, Batman, true, does not have any superpowers, so he can't be involved in this conversation. But like the Flash, even though it's got like super speed, it's like speed that's enough to like traverse time, which is kind of cool in the way to do it. Wonder Woman, kind of basic.
Less so of truth
Aquaman.
than invisible plane. What about those? And she can
Basic.
punch things. Real hard.
I can punch things, Brenton. I can punch hard.
You can't punch as hard as Wonder Woman. Get off your high horse right now.
But I could probably punch hard. Just maybe not as hard as her, but like that's still pretty hard.
How hard have you ever punched something? Let's see the superpower of Space Chadman in action.
Well, I haven't gone up and really clocked anyone, Brenton, because I am a nice gentleman.
Oh, I'm not talking about people. Like, have you punched anything so hard that you've broken it, or put a hole in the wall, or something to that effect?
I don't think so off the top of my head. I never really punched walls or doors, especially when I had like those rage moments as kids. But like I never did boxing or anything. I did like those like weird punching machines in arcades.
Mm.
I'm kind of like meh.
Have you ever
Not that
maxed
great.
out one of those machines, those
Def-
punching things?
Oh, 100%. I picked it up and threw it. All right.
Oh, so you didn't do
That's
it
how it
legit. You cheated.
Yeah. It's all fake.
Oh.
But here's the thing with superpowers, though, right? Is like I think Marvel does a really good way of showing different powers. Like Moon Knight, for example. By the way, really great TV series. If you haven't seen that, I recommend seeing it. Moon Knight. What a unique way of playing on Egyptian gods and using their powers in like the modern world. And then like the god of Thor, Captain America, Iron Man. And while Iron Man isn't like have any superpowers, he's still someone who can fight against people that do have superpowers, right?
I mean, so does Batman.
So does Batman. But like 100%, if Batman and Superman actually fought, Superman would like wipe his ass in seconds.
Well, see, I read something recently. There was like a post on Facebook or something where it was like anybody who doubts the matchup between Batman and Superman, they're forgetting the main plot of the Superman comics is that Superman's arch rival is pretty much Batman in Lex Luthor. He is a playboy billionaire who doesn't have superpowers and uses technology in order to take down Superman on a weekly basis.
Ah.
Yeah.
And because Superman got that kryptonite weakness.
He does have that kryptonite weakness. He's also got sometimes he loses his powers. Like it's always kryptonite, or somebody takes his powers or makes him mortal, or I think the only time that he's ever sort of quote unquote being killed is by it's not the Abomination, it's
Daredevil?
No, it's what's his name? What's his name, Matthew?
Don't say this. I have nothing to use as reference here.
I need to look it up because I need the name. But he's basically an alien from some sort of far off planet where he was constructed in a lab, and he was basically blasted into this uninhabitable world over and over and over again, where he just kept being killed, and then he would be scooped up by this scientist in whatever way possible, and then regenerated and shot back out there again. And every time he would come back, he couldn't be killed by the thing that killed him last. So when he was like put to Earth, he fought Superman. Superman killed him, but then he was brought back and couldn't be killed by Superman.
I see.
What's his name? Who killed Superman? You talk.
I always find it a really weird thing to talk about because it's like one of the biggest superpowers that people talk about is like immortality. But then see people think about like they don't want to live forever. I think living forever could be a cool aspect, but oh my god, the amount of time that would like, I feel like I would try and like accomplish every skill I could, and because Earth constantly is advancing, I don't feel like I could ever keep up until I outlive Earth. And then what is there? You're just floating around in space mindlessly. I feel like you would just lose your mind, go deranged. So immortality, cross it off the list. Bad superpower.
Okay, maybe not immortality. Also, it was Doomsday, by the way, is the one that I was talking about before. Okay. Yeah. If not immortality, or not forever immortality, what is the longest period of time that you'd want to be immortal? 1,000 years or more than 1,000?
I think 1,000 years is an acceptable amount, to be honest.
And is that like immortality in the way that you can't be killed by anything, or is it immortality in the way that you don't age?
I think it's immortality in the way that I'm just indestructible, but I will age instead of over 100 years, over 1,000 years.
Okay.
I think that's a fair sort of thing.
So by the time you get to like 800, are you like hobbling around as an old man, and your last 200 years is bullshit?
Well, here's the thing though: is I feel like you can still be healthy at 80 years old. Like you don't have to be in a wheelchair, set around.
No.
But some people don't unfortunately get to be like that. Some people get to have the luckiness, or like they do the gym every day and look after the diet, to be able to walk around and go for runs at 80 years old. Some people just want to sit in a wheelchair and just chillax. And I feel like I can sit there and chillax. I feel like technology by then will be able to... I can move around without having to move around by then.
Yeah, But technology by then, that everyone's brains will be in computers and everybody will be immortal. You'll be the only one
Yeah,
still
yeah.
walking
See,
around.
and then I outlive the race. All right, I win.
You win? How do
I
you
win
win?
because I will be forever immortal digitally.
I mean, so is everybody else. So how'd you win?
Because I have 800 years of street smarts behind it.
Street smarts.
Bro, I will be coming to people, asking them to steal their shoes, telling them I own the postcode, and like they wouldn't know what to do, bro. They wouldn't know what to do.
Steal their shoes? Why are you
Yeah,
stealing their shoes?
Esche bar.
I don't know what that means. What is
Have you
what is
never met an
esche?
Esche?
No.
Oh, we're gonna save this for another time then.
No,
Anyway.
you talk about this right now.
No, it'll take up too much time.
It's going to take too much time to describe what an esche is to me.
Yeah, it is. Trust me, we'll put a lesson. Maybe next podcast. You never know.
I'm going to ask you every episode until you tell me what an esche is.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
but
so your superpower is forever lasting, is immortality, or is that just what you want?
I feel like we should put rules down onto what we should decide for a special power.
Okay.
You can only choose one power. It can't be like time travel and invisibility. It has to be one specifically.
Okay.
2, you can't mix it. You can't mix the powers together and just be like, oh, bang, this. Like fire and ice. It's fire or ice. Pick one or the other.
Sure.
And 3, it has to be something that's we either seen or aware of. You can't just be like, oh, dimensional manipulation. And you're like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, it's too overpowered. Nothing overpowered.
Nothing OP. Just something generic that you would be like, oh, there's a bunch of superheroes in the world. What would you have?
Okay, so my top 3 would be I'm not all of them, but like I'm gonna go through like what my top 3 would be, and I'll pick from there. So I'm also gonna throw some ideas at you, because some of these I'd want extra stuff, not extra superpowers, but I'd want extra like caveats on top of it, just to make sure that they are actually functional and not just a superpower. So like for example, like super speed. If I had super speed, I'd also want super endurance. I wouldn't want to just run at the speed of light or the speed of sound and then get as tired as I do as a normal person. So it also include super endurance.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
However, I would also like the power of whatever I'm currently carrying is able to support my speed as well, because I don't want to run to the shops to get milk and then run home and have the milk explode behind me.
All right, so anything that you touch is relative to your time.
Yeah.
And okay, cool. All right.
Okay. So those are my things.
You just run inside with milk and it just explodes to whoever's in front of you. You're like, oh, guess gotta go back.
Yeah, I don't want to have to slow down to like normal fast speed just so that I can carry milk home, or like, run home with like a can of Pepsi or something and try to open it when I get home and just go every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's super speed. That's probably the one I'll choose, as long as I get those like endurance and the ability to like hold stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The other one I would have you seen Click? The Adam Sandler film Click?
I think I have.
So it's the one where he has the like time stopping remote control.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I'd want that. I would want the ability to like fast forward or rewind or slow down time.
Oh, okay. I think that's a little bit overpowered, though.
It's a little bit overpowered, but like, maybe we make it powered by the fact that you can only go back and forward an hour. So you can pause it for an hour. You can go back and forth in future only an hour.
Is it? Do you have to recharge after like every so often, or?
So if you go back an hour, you can't then get to that hour and then go back another hour and defeat the system like that. If you want recharges, so you get to do that 3 times a day.
Okay, all right.
So an hour, you get to use whatever it is for an hour, or
you can go back an hour, pause for an hour, or go forward
3 times a day.
3 times a day.
The third one would be to clone myself, and I'd want to make sure that my other clones can't ever challenge me for like control of the body. I don't want to be absorbed by a clone who has like theories of grandeur and wants to become Brenton Prime.
Yeah.
So those are probably my top 3. What are your top 3 before we decide?
I think one of my biggest ones would be able to control an element. I think would be really cool. Like,
Which element?
I think specifically lightning. I
Lightning?
think would be nice.
Hmm.
Lightning. I think would be pretty
Would you
cool.
like to be a
Uh,
firebender and get lightning as well?
no,
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 just
no.
lightning.
I am lightning. I'm better than fire.
Per
That's what it is.
pure lightning.
Pure lightning.
Do you create it or
Um,
do you just control it in the air?
I think both. I think it's one of those things. If lightning strikes me, I can use the more powerful, but the one I create is pretty like average.
Hmm.
Pretty meh.
Can you?
Um,
Is it like electricity as well? Can you like charge your phone without anything, or is it like pure lightning? Is it too powerful for
I think
everyday
that's
use?
acceptable. Like it depends on how much control you'd have over the power that is.
Hmm. Can you
I feel
absorb
like
stuff as well? Can you like absorb the power of a house and make your powers stronger, like
well, that's the
electro?
other thing. Have you? There was a game called Infamous.
Yeah, I
It
love
was
that game.
yeah, where you like absorb in certain powers and stuff.
Have you played
And
them
like
all, or have you just played
I
Infamous
played
One?
I played Infamous Second Son.
Yeah, the originals were better, but Second Son was not bad.
Yeah, that's one I play. I played that through like evil and good ending.
Mm.
Um, I like that one a lot. And that's why I have the power. Like I think like you know how he absorbs neon from like neon sign stuff and then be able to use it.
Yeah.
I think that with electricity, you can store enough until your body can't handle anymore, and then
Mhm.
you can release it or use whatever you want, and then you have to recharge.
Okay, so you have to keep recharging. You don't just have an infinite supply.
Yeah, yeah, not an infinite supply.
Okay, cool. So that's
Um,
one. That's one.
Second one would be a portal where I can store anything in.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if I had the ability to just like stick my hand in a portal and just grab anything that I put in there and pull it back out, that would be really cool.
So you want Hermione's bag or like Mary Poppins
Yeah,
bag?
legit,
Yeah.
legit. That'd be so cool. If I can go anywhere and just shove my whole computer in there and pull it out and be like, all right, cool, fuck you guys, I'm just gonna play this. I'm gonna like train real quick.
Would you ever get inside it and like just live in there?
I feel like it could be a situation where it's like in like Dungeons and Dragons, that's called the Bag of Holding, which is sort of similar to this, but it only holds like an hour of air before you have to go out and breathe or let air come in.
Okay.
So someone can live in there for an hour before they'll need air.
If I
But
put
I
it
also
in water, will it suck the entire ocean up?
I feel yes, I feel like you could just suck up the entirety of water.
Does it do it automatically, or do you need to like?
I need to sit there over time for a very very long time.
Yeah, but like if you accidentally dropped it in the ocean, for example, would it just start absorbing, or do you have to actually like
I have to
kick it
open it.
in? Yeah, okay,
I
you
have to like
open it.
I have to physically hold it open. Yes.
Okay, cool.
And I think my final one would be teleportation.
Mm,
But included with teleportation is really like incredibly fast reflexes.
yeah, okay. Why reflexes for teleportation?
Because I think the thing is though is that teleportation myself is something that I can't achieve. Like I have like a something I can throw, and then I teleport to that. That is the limitation of my power. I can't like teleport from here to China, but I have like a little dagger that I can throw and then teleport to the dagger.
Okay, so
The reason I say reflexes is because I don't want to throw it and then teleport to the dagger and then just be like sideways on the ground and just immediately face plant and fucking eat shit. I want to have the reflexes to actually be able to land properly.
yeah, I'll call. Oh, stop it, Luna. Sorry, that's Luna in the background. She's just gonna she's gonna whimper until
Oh
she goes
no.
away.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3. Which one? Which one? If you only had to choose one, oh, we're gonna Pokemon this shit. You can choose one, but your arch rival gets
Oh.
the one that counters it.
All right. All right.
So
right.
what do you think?
So,
What do you think counters what in the rock paper scissors of your three?
well, in my three, well, if I were to choose, I would like to have teleportation with the reflexes, but I think what counters it would be the fucking the bag. Like
Bag?
because they grab that knife, chuck it in the bag, I'm fucked.
Yeah, they can keep you in there for an hour and then you suffocate.
Yeah.
Does your body just stay in there until they pour it out?
until they pour it out. Yeah.
That's does it decay as well, or is it like in a
Yeah.
permanent state
It's
of like
yeah.
stasis?
And then it stinks up the whole thing though.
Oh god, that's awful.
So if you got to kill someone with it, better kill them in an hour and then dump them out because it's gonna get real disgusting and smelly.
So bag defeats teleport, which means what was your other one? Your other one
Lightning.
was lightning, so it means that
I think lightning can just shred the bag to bits. Lightning gone, bag just
and
shriveled up into
teleport
nothing.
beats lightning. How?
Yeah, and then just teleport on the knife and then smack him in the face.
Can you teleport faster than the speed of light?
I feel like the reflexes can work faster.
Okay, so if you can see them
lightning?
casting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You though,
Me,
Yeah.
um,
What
I
powers? How we get?
I think speed, so super speed, super endurance. I
Yep.
think what my other two was it was the clones and stopping time. So I think stopping time defeats speed because you can
Yep.
just pause it.
Yep.
Cloning
Cloning would have to then beat the
would have
stopwatch.
would have to beat time. I think it beats it in the way that I could clone myself. You couldn't kill all my clones in the hour of time that you have. So like
Yeah.
if I knew that you I just make sure at all times I always made a clone like 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Yeah. You'd
Just
always have clones. You just snap your fingers, then a million Brentons just
yeah,
come out of nowhere.
like Voldemort, I'd have my 7 Horcrux clones just in case Brenton Prime was killed at some point. And
Yeah.
I'd had them scattered around the world in like weird places that you have to like ninja shit to get to. You know, like you gotta drink the cup of poison
Yeah.
and yeah, like you know
Yeah.
in the Harry Potter thing where he drinks the
Yeah.
poison and then
Yeah.
all those things come up. Those would be
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
clones. They
Ah.
get you.
Wait, and that means the super speed could beat all your clones because
Oh
it's super
yeah, because
speed.
you can't catch him. You can't
Yeah.
catch him. So I think I would choose. I think I would choose. I think I would honestly choose probably the clones,
Yeah.
just because I'm always like I could just make infinite money with the clones because like
You
I
just send
could
them.
I could
You just
I could
you
have
would just
my
have
job at
slaves.
Coles. I could
You would
have
just have
my job
slaves.
at Kmart. I
You
could
just
have
have
my
slaves.
yeah, I'd have slaves, and then Brenton Prime would be enjoying life. Brenton Prime would do the launch pad.
Well, here's the thing: is that theoretically, if you made enough Brentons,
Yeah,
could you just run the world as Brenton?
yeah, but that's no fun. That's no fun, and that's a lot of responsibility to just put on Brenton.
That's not what's supposed to be. Brenton, you just, hey, this Brenton, you go over here and make sure that this car's fixed. Hey, Brenton, you go over there and make sure you drive this car. Hey, Brenton, you make sure this Brenton gets over there and does his job. Hey, Brenton, make sure you get some food from farming. Like, Brenton, make sure you live. And then you just see the top of the crown, and then like all of Australia could just be Brenton.
I don't want to take over the world. You know, I'm pretty satisfied with where I am, and also I think I think one way that we have to like sort of not overpower the clones is that when they at the end of the day they all have to come back into let's say they have to come back into at least 3 at the end of the day. When I go to sleep, there can only be a maximum of 3,
Oh,
and
okay.
whatever clones you absorb, you don't get to keep that knowledge. I'd say.
Oh,
So like you
okay.
can maybe you can like keep one inside that's the mechanic, and you can keep pushing that one back out. But like Brenton who works at Kmart doesn't know the same thing as Mechanic Brenton.
Ah, I
Yeah.
see.
And they can die, so if Mechanic Brenton gets killed, then that one's is gone.
So they turn into slop and they'll just disappear.
Do they turn into slop? I think they turn into like smoke, like you know, like
Mist.
Naruto and like the shadow
Yeah, like
clones.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yeah.
Hooah!
If they kill, they just go poof.
Yeah, just poof into out of existence.
Yeah.
But Shadow Clones, like if they get hit like once by anything, they poof.
If they receive mortal damage, like if they can break bones and stuff like that and still be fine. But I think if they receive
you need to
mortal
kill them.
damage, then they go. Poof.
Wait, does that mean if they break bones, they bleed?
Maybe if they break, they also. Poof. So if they it has to be anything debilitating, they go. Poof.
If you were to shoot one of your clones, is it homicide or suicide?
If I killed my own clone,
If you killed your own clone, or another clone killed another clone.
I think it would be self-harm. I don't think it'd be suicide because we're not all dead. Like if we all shot each other, then that would be suicide. But like if I just killed a Brenton clone, then I think that's like self-harm.
Everyone in a circle with a gun, like, all right, guys, on the count of 3, no one chicken out. All right.
Also, trigger warning for anybody with self-harm or suicide. It's just all theoretical. Not making fun of it. Just having fun. Yeah. Just gotta put that disclaimer out there.
Smart. Be safe. Look after yourself. You need help.
Yeah.
There's always help there.
Yeah, seek help if you need it.
Yeah. But even then, I think superpowers is such a vast topic. Like I think there's so much in the world and like enough to cover all of it.
I think we're coming up on almost the end of it. Before we go though, favorite superhero movie, least favorite superhero movie, and then your favorite, like the one that you're not supposed to like but you do anyway.
Oh.
And it can be a series, it can be a comic, it can be anything superhero related.
All right. So my favorite superhero movie, I guess it would have to be like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's always got a special place, and not like
Which one?
Tom Holland's great, but Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
Always his place in my heart.
1, 2, or 3, or the whole series.
I really enjoyed the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like Venom that much, but I did really like Doc Ock.
Okay, that's the favorite. Least favorite.
Least favorite.
Doesn't have to be a movie. Can be anything. It's just going to include superheroes.
I guess like the original Fantastic Four movie.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah, I think it's because I watched it way too much as a kid. That sort of put a sour taste on me.
Yeah, fair enough.
I never figured out if Silver Surfer was a villain or a good guy.
Oh, okay, so you didn't like the second one. The second one wasn't as good. The first one was fucking baller though.
Alright, so yeah, the second one. I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Yeah.
And the weird one, this is probably going to get a few judgmental eyes, Twilight.
Okay, which one? Which Twilight?
I like the series.
Books or movies?
The movies.
The movies? That's fair. I didn't hate them, you know?
It's like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a guilty pleasure. For me, favorite would probably be Into the Spider-Verse or like Ninja Batman. I love those. I love those ones. If you haven't seen Ninja Batman on Netflix, do it because it's awesome.
All right.
Least favorite. I'm gonna be a little bit controversial here, and I'm gonna say I'm not a big fan of Moon Knight. I'm not a big Moon Knight fan.
How dare you!
I'm not a big Moon Knight fan. I find it really confusing, and I think it takes itself way too seriously for what it is.
I would like to resign my position at this podcast.
Nah, you don't get to, baby. You're in it until we die. And guilty pleasure would either be Sky High, Zoom, or like those kung fu movies like Kung Fu Soccer. I love Kung Fu Soccer. It's awesome.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say Kung Fu Panda.
Oh no, Kung Fu Panda. That's a mid-range decent movie. I'm talking about guilty pleasures right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So
all right. Well, it's come time.
Yeah.
To wrap things up, isn't it?
Yes, I think so. What are we doing next week?
Next week we're discussing AI. And the laws, robotics, or can AI like take over the world like Terminator style?
We're talking about artificial intelligence, yes?
Yes.
Not just Anthony and somebody who starts with I.
No.
There's other two guys across the street that aren't Davo or whatever the hell that guy is.
Yeah.
Super strength is.
Oh my god. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate you. If you have anything, please don't be afraid to send us a message or leave a comment.
Yep.
And we'll see you all next week.
Yes. What was the name of the podcast, Matthew?
We have been lost in a meteor shower.
No, stuck in a meteor shower, you bitch.
Stuck in a meteor shower.
God.
Sorry,
damn.
Chad doesn't have a good memory. Maybe Space Batman came back. He might remember what his job is.
Well, we're just gonna have to make Chad remember because Space Batman's not coming back unless he can. What was that thing that you had to tell us about? I'm gonna look that up and recall it next week.
Oh, Eshe.
Yeah, Eshe. Next week, Eshe.
Catch you all later, guys.
Catch you later, guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.